Hey everyone, how's it going? So I wanted to talk about Daryl Dixon season 4 here because it's actually been a bit since I've talked about this show specifically. Obviously, I didn't post in like 2 weeks and all that, so there's actually quite a bit that I do want to get into here. So before going further, make sure to be a subscriber if you do want to get all of my Walking Dead content like this. Now, I'm actually thinking about doing a video on the Michael Jackson biopic, I guess teaser that came out because I watched it. It looks so good. I'm really excited for this. And so if you do want to see a breakdown of that, definitely let me know because I do know a lot about Michael Jackson. Like I do, I'm a huge fan. And so, yeah, if you do want to see that, just let me know. And if there's enough people saying that, like, yeah, do a video on that, then I definitely will. Now, season 4 of The Walking Dead, Daryl Dixon has been, I would say, I guess, pretty quiet for the most part. There's been some stuff that has come out, but I mean, like in terms of footage or anything like that, there hasn't really been anything, which is definitely surprising based off of previous years. But I wonder if AMC is trying something a little differently here, right? Like with The Walking Dead, because when you look at season 2 and 3 and also season 2 of Dead City, I mean, honestly, I think for season 2 of Dead City, like just kind of forget about that because I think that for that show, like promoting it, it's been honestly a mess really from the beginning, I would say. Like, I just don't think that show has had the proper, showrunner or really anything since the show has come out. Honestly, like in terms of marketing the show and everything, like it took 2 years for season 2 to come out, which is just insane. Like so much hype dies out whenever you don't have a show coming out like yearly. And I think that's the thing as well. Like, even if you have a show that's 8 episodes, that coming out yearly, like you're losing out a lot of hype compared to the way that The Walking Dead used to be, where, you know, you had the show on from October up until April, basically, or March or something, right? And you would have the summer off. And so there would be a lot of excitement there. You would have fans really excited about The Walking Dead and really just having a break for the summer and all of that. And so you kept a lot of interest there. And I think with these shows here, like 8 episodes, or before it was 6 episodes, right? Like the seasons were just being rushed. The story was so rushed and everything would end really fast within like a month and a half or 2 months really. And then you got to wait a whole year. And in Dead City's case, it was like literally 2 years. So obviously, like if you're seeing the ratings dropping a bit, or if you see interest in The Walking Dead dying out, I do believe that that is exactly why. And so I wonder with season 4 here of Daryl Dixon, if maybe, you know, they want to try and change things up here a little bit, because I am wondering what the release schedule is going to be for the Walking Dead franchise in 2026, because for the Walking Dead Daryl Dixon, that for sure is coming out next year. Dead City season 3, I don't know if they actually confirmed that was going to be out in 2026, or if they just confirmed that season 3 was going to be out. Like, I could be wrong, but I don't believe that they actually announced that it was going to be out in 2026, but obviously it still could. I think for me, the whole thing with that is, like, if you're looking at the filming schedule, they've been filming for like 2 months now. And so if it's 8 episodes, maybe they've done like 3 or 4, you know, they're probably not going to be done this year. Like usually they take a break right before American Thanksgiving. So I think that going into 2026, they'll film a little bit. Is the show going to be out in June or May? I mean, based off of the way that they used to edit things, right? Like things would be out that fast, but things have changed a lot. I don't understand how or why, but things have changed a lot. So I think that, you know, the possibility of this show, I don't know, like in early 2027, I think is there. I think it would be absolutely insane, to be honest, if The Walking Dead Dead City came out in like early 2027. Like I really would not understand the choice for that, because it's, I mean, I don't know. To me, honestly, that is just insane, because like you're going to be done filming this in like what, the next couple of months, and then you're going to hold on to that for like a year and a half, right? So it doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I don't know what they're planning to do unless season 4 of Daryl Dixon comes out first. Maybe that's going to be out in the spring, because they're almost done filming it like entirely. And then maybe Dead City season 3 comes out in the fall. Like they could do that potentially. I don't know, but they're almost done filming season 4 of Daryl Dixon right now. And so, you know, I imagine by the time it's like the end of the month, like right before American Thanksgiving, I think that they're probably gonna, you know, obviously post something. Like there'll be a lot of stuff where it's like, we're done filming and celebrating this and that, right? Like all the official accounts will post stuff. And so we'll probably get a first look, I think, at season 4 around then. It'll probably be a very short, maybe 30-second teaser. Maybe it's just a couple of images or something like that. But there will be something most likely posted around then. So I'm kind of expecting that then. And I mean, once that show is done filming, it'll be really interesting to see what happens next. Like, that's where a lot of stuff is going to be really, really interesting because, like, what does Norman Reedus do? Like, if The Walking Dead was, like, done at that point, then what is Norman Reedus going to do next kind of thing, right? Like, obviously, I know that that's not going to be the case because Gimple and a lot of others have been talking about doing other things. And, I do think that whatever's going to happen next will be announced. But that's kind of the exciting thing. Like, I'll talk about this in a separate video as well. But Andrew Lincoln has also, he's going to be done with the Lady from the Sea play today. Like, today's the last day for the whole theater run. So I imagine that, with them being done filming this right away, it's almost like perfect timing, right? Like, Andrew Lincoln's going to be done the play like today, and then Norman Reedus is going to be done, this spin-off show literally in a couple of weeks. So it's almost perfect timing. And with Gimple, talking with Andrew Lincoln, and he met him obviously in London and all that. And, Andrew Lincoln saying there's conversations about his return. Like, I just think it makes so much sense that there's something building here for the final season of The Walking Dead, Daryl Dixon. And it'll be exciting to see, I guess, where that goes in 2026 and when an official announcement of what's happening next actually happens. Now, I will say, I think that we do have to be really careful for spoilers because, obviously the next couple of weeks, I think are going to get a little crazy with this show being completely done filming. I think that we're going to have to completely, tune out a lot because there's going to be a lot of stuff out there. And, I've already seen a couple of things that I won't get into here. I don't know if it's necessarily crazy spoilery. Like, I have no idea of, what's actually happening or just what the story is surrounding all of it. But, I think that, the context missing there, it's kind of hard to say. I just think that, it's going to be very difficult, I think, over the next little bit here to stay away from a lot of that. Like, obviously, I won't do any videos on that unless it's officially announced or there's something like that, right? Like, if they officially announce that Laurent is coming back for the final season, then I'll do a video on that, right? But only if it's officially announced, not like, oh, there's set photos and all of that. Like, I'm not gonna, do anything on that, obviously, because I don't want to spoil any of that. And I hope that I don't see that because I want that to be a surprise in season 4. If Andrew Lincoln's on set, I want that to also be a surprise. I do not want to see that, right? So, that's going to be something really, kind of insane. Now, the one thing that I will say, though, is, and this is not necessarily spoilery because the actors and stuff are posting photos and all that when they're on set. And Roberto and Justina, I believe, it looks like they actually get a haircut in season 4. So, that was posted, I don't know when that was, a couple of weeks ago or something. And so I'm assuming the characters at least survive up until later in season 4. So that's kind of interesting. Like, that's the one thing that you can kind of tell with the show and when they're filming is whenever the actors, I guess stop posting about this or that, or, I guess are maybe in a different location and they're not, where they're filming and stuff. Then it's like, oh, did the character die? Right. So I think that, Roberto and Justina being there, that's kind of interesting. In terms of the other characters, I have no idea. I have no idea at all because I haven't really been following any of the filming or anything for the season. So I think the one thing that I'm really wondering about for season 4 is who is going to be the villain, because season 3 ended the whole El Alcazar arc and that's completely done now, right? So what is the point of season 4? I imagine that Fede is going to be the villain of the season. I just feel like to introduce a new villain at this point doesn't make a lot of sense unless you're setting up a bigger villain for the next spinoff. Because at this point here, you have 8 episodes to wrap up this whole story. Getting into another villain, I think just kind of, honestly, I think it's a bit too much. I think Fede is a really great character. Honestly, a really amazing character. He should be the villain. This way, at some point, he could die in the season and it would actually have some impact, right? And then just focus really on getting Daryl and Carol back to America and I guess the journey there and them traveling and just how do they get back kind of thing. And if there's issues there and whatnot, I think that makes the most sense. Do something like that. That would work really well for the story. So, that's kind of what I'm looking forward to overall with season 4. Overall, I will say I have a lot of stuff planned here for content that I want to do here in the off season or whatever. There's going to be announcements and all of that, obviously, but I've really had time to think about what I want to do next and everything. And so I will be doing a video actually talking about some of that because I do want to talk about the burnout and some of that I've sort of felt. And I want to get into some of that and my plans for the future because I do want to talk about older episodes of The Walking Dead. The one thing that I've always had a really hard time with is I've wanted to go back and review older episodes of The Walking Dead, but my biggest issue with all of it has been I've wanted a proper like background and all of that. Like I've mentioned this before, and because I want to be like actually on camera and things, you know, actually look good. I don't want it to be like how I'd normally do videos and stuff. So I can actually do that now. And that's actually really exciting because, I mean, the live streams have been so much fun to do. And so I want to bring that back and do some really fun stuff. I want to get into, you know, some of the mysteries and stuff of The Walking Dead and just get into a lot of that there and just really kind of rewatch a lot of stuff because I have honestly not rewatched The Walking Dead entirely in many, many years, like many, many years. It's been a long time. And so I would love to go back and review a lot of, you know, episodes, if not just start literally from episode 1 and go all the way to the very final season. Like, I mean, I don't even know if I can make it that far. I mean, honestly, it would be really interesting to go back and review season 11 and like 10 and all of that because it's been so long, obviously only a couple years since I've watched it. I would really like to see, like, is there a difference with the spin-offs compared to like the final season or even like season 9 and 10, right? I don't know. There's a lot of things that I want to do. And obviously I want to, you know, change some of the stuff here for members and have more exciting stuff there. So I'll talk about that later on. But yeah, I just wanted to sort of do a recap video of what's going on with season 4. There hasn't been a lot of stuff happening, but they are going to be done filming very, very soon here. And so yeah, whenever there's an update or anything like that, I'll do a video. And yeah, so definitely make sure to be a subscriber if you do want to get all my Walking Dead content like this. And I'll see you in the next one.